I'll be reacting to the Heike story, episode 5. I'll be watching it from Funimation's website, and I'll be starting my reaction in 1-0, go! The Funimation logo. I like the little touches with like the Neko and the lollipops. Just like, okay. The Plus Ultra logo, which I also like the animation used for it too. Or now it's here. Oh boy. Of course, if he's Sukamori, I'd say something like, he deserved that. Oh, yeah, that's what Sukamori gets for talking shit all the time. Whoa. The thing is, though, the man ain't talking like he's in all spirits either. Why'd it make like that noise? That sounds like a freaking squeaky toy. Although I'd venture to guess maybe because Munamori's might end up being a character that to not be taken so seriously. No, it can't be that because they really put a lot of emphasis on the brother of ending up with powers, so I highly doubt that. Either way, can't wait to find out, though. You know what? No matter. Okay, now that I think about it, the opening started warming me because it's making me wonder. So far, at least when it comes to the opening for this series, so far all the people where our girl has their hand. Well, at least when it comes to Toko, our girl is predicting her death. And then when it comes to Shigemori already died. So it's going to make me wonder if the people that our girl has the hand up are. It makes me wonder if they're going to die in due time because I actually really didn't pay attention to that kind of stuff. Well, until previous episode. Aww. That's so fucking cute. Aww. Aw, it's nice seeing a girl smile. Oh! Aw, B was the ultimate sister right there. Oh, the way people looked to know. Oh, man. Kind of like how this dude, they're giving him characterization by having him be the guy that just can't read the temperature in the room. Hmm. Oh. Kind of like this. We're getting consequences of some of the sleeping around going around in previous episodes, at least when they mentioned it in some of the passing dialogue. It is actually pretty nice. I mean, hey, losing your own flesh and blood? That has to hit you hard, especially considering some of the stuff that Shigemori said to them before Shigemori passed away. I could see why he'd be under shock. Hmm. I wonder what this guy's planning. Whatever it is, it cannot be anything good. At least it's my gut feeling. Jeez, talk about efficiency there. Yo, he looked like he just stepped on a nerve there. The way he reacted to that. And the thing is, that old man is probably the worst man to piss the fuck off. He says that, yet he's part of the reason why his own son, Shigemori, passed away to begin with. So, even though he's perceiving himself as not senile, I definitely gotta question his decision-making ability, regardless. But then again, that is life. Sometimes you do have inequipped people that just happen to be in high positions of power, even today, nowadays, too. But no, this time I actually agree with some of the decision making of the old man because, yeah, the season of Shigemori's territory, that is going a bit too far, and that there does sort of be retribution for that. No. Whoa, to see this man terribly. Oh, okay, now shit's getting real. Oh, okay, it's nice to see the kid at least getting a bit older now. Oh. The thing is, though, that's a lot of responsibilities on the shoulder of the child, though. But then again, I understand why he's doing it. But it kind of makes you wish Toko's child could have, at the very least, enjoyed his childhood a little bit more before all those responsibilities were put on his shoulders, though. I understand why he can't, though. I understand why. It's just sad, regardless, though. It always feels like Toko and her family take the short end of the stick in some way, shape, or form, but that is life, though. The only thing you can really do in life is just to deal with the cards that dealt towards you. Hmm. Yeah, I'd kind of be a bit. I would take pause and kissing a random animal only because of all the germs, and not just the random reactions that you might get from the animal. Because you never know. I almost have to mention, but they even have the painting like quality in this episode too. It looks beautiful. Especially when you have, at least in the background, looks like you got trees with like flower lilies. Just looks like a masterful painting there. Exactly. I mean, with the way he was already like, I love the way she's laughing and smiling when he talks smack towards, well, not smack towards Mori, but okay, Biwa's reaction there, that just completes the scene for me, and that's what I love too. How they can intersplice a lot of plot related sequences, and then add a comedic bit here and there. Hmm. Oh boy. Sounds like you're trying to manipulate him. Yep. Because that just sounds like ego stroking to me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and with the way he's sweating too, it looks like he's hesitating whether he should be heeding those words. That's if it isn't already too late, though. I mean, everything seems like it's falling apart. Gotta admit, the track playing is pretty dang nice. It adds a bit more tension to the scene. I'm assuming they're doomed. Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to be the case. I'm noticing the animation quality and no, don't get me wrong, the animation quality for like the conversing sequences are good, but I'm noticing that when it comes to like the action set pieces this week, it doesn't look as refined as episodes 1, 2, and 4. But you know what? I'm not going to complain too much because honestly, the previous 4 episodes looked amazing. So my guess is the Science Saru is hopefully saving the budget for future episodes. But I have seen a few Science Saru animes in the past, like Tokyo. I think it was Japan. No, it was Japan 6 2020, where Science Saru also had issues with that. So his first 4 episodes looked good, and then it went downhill visually, with some peaks here and there in the finishing episodes. I can only hope the same thing doesn't happen to the Heike story. I don't think Koyamura is going to be poised to run this time. Only because with the sense of responsibility he's got now. Oh, now this is the type of stuff I love. Whenever Sukimori just takes things seriously. Don't get me wrong, I like it when he jokes around. But moments. Sort of like how last week you had Sycamore read the situation well, and when he tried to get Bill and the others to do musical performances to try to cheer up his father. This bit here reminds me of that. Yeah, it looks. I mean, hey, considering that last. Oh, damn! That is, I mean, shit. That is a brilliant tactic right there. Okay, this shot actually like visually with like the arrows going in the slow motion. Now here, don't get me wrong, I would have loved to have seen all the characters move on screen, but at least it's better than multiple characters rendered in poorly done CGI. So at least Science Sorrow made a better decision in some of the choice decision making I've seen in other anime. Like the realist hero isekai, that anime had the issue of moving armies, but they used CGI. Here, I prefer stills over poorly done CGI any day of the week. I just hope for their sake it actually works. But considering the thing is, would that really be feasible though? Because I'm assuming in them trying to rescue people, they're gonna be more vulnerable to being hit by arrows and all of that. I kind of like now. There's a nice way of actually showing off here, straight up. And there's what I love the directing because you can tell, even though they have no budget, they direct it so well by utilizing either different bits of shading to elevate a scene that normally would be okay to something engaging to look at. Jeez. Hey, I'm not gonna blame the man for being hard on himself. Because no matter what, you'd want to go in any situation reducing the amount of casualties, but unfortunately, life doesn't give you options. Yeah, that's exactly. Sometimes life doesn't give you options. You sometimes have to do things you don't want to do. Even in like the workplace, you go through this engine like that. Even in the workplace, yeah, nothing as grandiose as battles, but it can be related to even smaller things too. Like sometimes you got to do things like make a smile you wouldn't want to make, but you're drained. Sort of similar to that. Oh, that baby is fucking adorable. Oh no, the way the way she's reacting. Oh, and honestly, that child's so adorable. I am surprised that. Okay, my guess what changes her having her child probably caused her to change her perspective. Probably that and other things too. And that's what irks me too. He has such an amazing woman like Tokto, yet he goes with other women. That pisses me the fuck off. But some people really can't appreciate what's truly in front of them. Hey, you know what? That is a beautiful perspective to have. And if only a lot of people had Toko's mindset, the world would be a much better place. Unfortunately, people operate mostly on the assumption of an eye for an eye. That's a good question. Before she can start asking questions like that, she really has to explore herself a bit more. Oh, okay. No, no. I hope that's not a death flag towards him. No, get it like that. Fuck. Now I really want to. Well, oh shit. This series definitely knows how to make an epic cliffhanger. All right, this episode was good. The only weakness I could really give the episode was the animation quality wasn't up to stuff. You can definitely tell Science Saru is starting to struggle animating the series, and this is definitely a Science Saru thing because this is not the first Science Saru anime I've seen. They did Japan 6 last year, and that also had production issues after the first 3 or 4 episodes, and it started to like a drop in quality with some peak episodes here and there near the end. So now it's making me wonder, is Science Saru going to have enough left in the tank for the last few episodes? I mean, I hope so, because this series has an amazing script. But now I feel like if this series is going to succeed in the last few episodes, I feel like now it's going to succeed in spite of Science Saru, instead of it being like the first 4 episodes where a great script was elevated because of Science Saru doing a great job. But regardless, though, fantastic stuff because we get some nice plot progression. At least we get to see some of the aftermath of what happens when Shigemori dies. For one, you see one of Shigemori's sons put in higher positions of power and operating on the battlefield, leading troops. And I love that. And I love how we see that son nervous, unsure of himself. Then we see him cry at the end of the episode. I love how it shows off vulnerability because in bits like that, it shows us that having the crown of power, while in theory it would be good to have power, power gives you a lot of weight on your head and your shoulders. And ain't exactly pleasant stuff. And I love things like that. And I also love how things are falling apart for Kagemori because this dude, he figuratively made his bed and now he has to sleep in it because, for one, for him being such an abrasive bastard, a lot of his shit is on him because, for one, a lot of the opposition that he's got, at least at the moment, is partly due to him towards his abrasive ways, pretty much. Well, at least a good portion of the opposition that they got to deal with. So I do like that. And I love the way they build up tension, too, because the very least, when it comes to the antagonistic forces, I love how you're seeing them utilize tactics to their advantage. And that's the type of stuff I like to see because it reduces the plot armor that the characters in the series have, because now it's going to make you wonder, no one's safety is guaranteed. Maybe Biwa's safety is going to be guaranteed, but everyone else's, like, say, Toko's, her child, Tsukimori, and the others, their safety is not guaranteed. And who knows what's going to happen to them when the series ends. And that's what I liked about this episode. It really emphasized that. And you can tell this episode's building up a lot of tragedy because when Toko made that comment saying that her son isn't young, he's infantil, it really makes you feel bad for her child because it's like, the fuck? This child can't even make complete sentences yet, let alone carry all this title and responsibility. It makes you feel for the kid a lot. And they really hit home, and at least for me, make me feel bad for the kid because you see how the kid, everyone just loves him, and the kid's so likable off of those small bits that they show him off. And that's what I thought this episode, even though it was the most poorest animated Heike story episode in the series, it was still amazingly written. So that's why I gotta give the episode credit. It had that nice emotional punch. And from a character standpoint, it did quite a bit. Because aside from seeing some of Shigemori's children being put up in higher positions of power, I like how here you can see Toko's psychological state could turn for the worse because, for one, you can see how distressed she is when it comes to her husband going around having children with other women, and seeing stuff like that and seeing her conviction and wanting to forgive really makes her so lovable. And not just that, but seeing her son was so great too. I thought it did a great job of showing the kids bright personalities, at least as much as you can show for a really, really young child. So good stuff there. And kind of like the character development for Suki, like subtly Sukamori's been one of the deepest characters in the series because in this episode they emphasized how worried he was for his brother and how he said that his brother should be dancing, not being the person leading troops in the battlefield. And he didn't say it in a demeaning way. He said it in like he doesn't want anything bad to happen to his brother kind of way at all. And that's why he's saying that. And I love that. It gave Sukamori so much emotional depth because the last few episodes have been doing that. They've been making him lovable, actually. And I am surprised. I'm like, damn. Because at least in the first few episodes, y'all can't blame him, but I thought Sukamori was kind of an asshole. Kinda. And then seeing him come into his own and mature has been one of the biggest shockers in the series for me. So that's why I gotta give credit to the episode from a character standpoint. You had a lot of stuff like that. Obviously, every scene with Kiyomori was pretty captivating to watch too. I ain't gonna lie. And I'd say, aside from that, even though the animation quality was pretty bad by the Heike story standards, at the very least, the background art looked gorgeous. So the artwork was beautiful. And to its credit, there were some animated sequences that looked good. Like when you had characters tearing up, or that final bit in the episode where it looked really good. So the episode wasn't rife with bad animation for every segment, just some segments here and there. And the action bits were pretty badly animated. But for the most part, though, the animation was average. It's just that by the Heike story standards, it's bad. But by regular anime standards, it's still passable. It's just that this series has like raised the bar so high that when it comes to the Heike story, I don't rate it by normal anime standards. I rate it by the Heike story standards because that's how much I love this series so much. Where when it comes to this series, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna have a lot more higher expectations for this series than your usual anime for that very reason. But regardless, though, gotta say, the voice performances in the episode were absolutely amazing. The music was damn great. And that's why I'm going to give the episode 8 out of 10, despite the weaknesses from the animation quality. Because y'all know me, even though this episode wasn't the prettiest, the script was great. And that's all I could ask for. A great script. Yes, I would love to have great visuals to go along with that, but my full three, literally, like in my top 3 anime of all time, 2 of them, Ashino Joe, doesn't have the prettiest visuals in the world ever, and then Grave of Fireflies, which is not one of my top favorite anime of all time, That one is an anime film from, I believe, the 80s. So if you just give me a great script, then I'll take that over pretty visuals any of the other week. And yeah, these are my thoughts on the episode. I loved it. But anyways, y'all, these are my thoughts on the episode. I would really love to hear your thoughts on how I feel about my reaction or the episode itself in the comment section below. Hope y'all rate the video, share it, comment, or subscribe, because I will be reacting to episode 6 next week. You can count on that. And so that y'all don't miss the reaction for that, I recommend y'all actually subscribe, or at least hit the bell for notifications. Now, anyways, y'all, right before I go, let me just say thank you very much for watching. And the next anime I'll be reacting to is The World's Finest Assassin, episode number 2, for those of you curious. But anyways, y'all, thank you very much for watching. Have a fantastic day or night, everyone. Bye-bye.